My name is Annie Willem, and I am going to be talking about my part of our group movie collaboration speech. The first thing I will talk about or address is the ultimate question: where did I come from? Michael came from a very sketchy part of town. He did not have a good childhood, and his mother was a drug addict. He spent many years in the foster system and was at a game and alone, and the Tui family saw him, and as they got in the car, they saw him, Michael, going through the rain on a really cold night, and she stopped the car and decided this isn't okay for this kid to be in the cold, and she wanted to help him. So that first part of the story is who Michael was. And then the second part, as the movie evolves, Michael becomes into the part of the Tui's family as they take care of him and take him in. And even go as far as going to Michael's birth mother and asking if they can adopt him. That does not stop Michael, though, however, from knowing and where he's from, or, he doesn't forget where he's from. The next question is, does this story mimic real world history, or is it historicless? Not only is this movie based on a true story, but it also portrays realistic interaction between people in society. For example, Leon goes to a luncheon with her family, or with her friends, and they are ridiculing her about the fact that he was put on their Christmas card and that she took in a black child without even knowing anything about Michael. And then there was a part in the game as well that these children from another football team were ridiculing and speaking poorly, using racial slurs to Michael. And these things, unfortunately, happen in our society today. So I do feel like it portrays world history and the things that happen in society. Did I find this movie predictable or unpredictable? I honestly didn't find any part of this movie predictable, just because I feel like this is such an unpredictable story and ending to a story. The Tui family is taking in Michael, adopting him. Michael not knowing how to play football was not predictable for me. He was, kind of from a rough area. He was a big kid, and people just kind of look at that and say, oh, he's got to be able to play football. He's probably a really good football player. Well, the kid didn't want to even show anger or aggression or violence on the field. So that was not predictable for me. Also, when he got a tutor, I didn't feel it was predictable that he would actually do well. And then at the very end, when he was given a choice to go to many different colleges, I didn't find that predictable. I believe that God is seen throughout this movie. How we talk about God, how we want to mirror ourselves as God, is throughout the whole entire movie. The family takes care of Michael, provides for him, and they show endless love towards him. And they also are very giving and forgiving. And again, they love him like he is their own. And even when mistakes are made or things happen, they still have unconditional love for Michael.